it's Jordan and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a series review on The Natural series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which includes The Naturals, which I gave a 5 out of 5 stars, Killer Instinct, which I gave 4 out of 5 stars, All In, which I also gave 4 out of 5 stars, and Bad Blood, which I gave 5 out of 5 stars. In The Naturals, we follow a young girl named Cassie whose mother went missing when she was a young girl, and she's always been plagued by this. And because of her experience with her mother, she is recruited by the FBI to come work with them in this new program called the Natural Program. The program focuses around these kids who have heightened abilities that are useful to crime situations, such as being able to profile at a pretty advanced level, being able to discern lies from truth. Cassie's invited to come live with this group of kids in FBI custody and work on cold cases, and Cassie happily accepts because she thinks that she might have a higher chance of solving her mother's murder if she is in the FBI. So that is the synopsis for the first novel. Each novel delves into a different crime. The fourth book, it kind of brings it full circle and incorporates each member of the team and how they all are connected to this one overarching crime. So what I really loved about this series is the concept of it. I'm a huge fan of Criminal Minds and Bones. Even people who are fans of CSI, I feel like would really enjoy these books, especially if you're a person who tends to read YA. It's marketed as being Criminal Minds for the YA world, and I would say that's a pretty accurate marketing tactic for the series. It deals with profiling and how to choose unsubs versus innocents that could be connected to the crime, and how to interview people and the interrogation process, and how to pick up on facial expressions and body language, and how people use math and statistics in their crimes. And it's just really a very smart series. It's written in a very intelligent way. The author, Jennifer Lynn Barnes, is actually a professor of psychology. She knows her stuff, so it's not misrepresented, it's not presented to you in a grandiose way, it's not far-fetched, it's very believable, and it's because the author has such a prevalent background. She has such a well-established background in this field that it just makes sense that she could write a really convincing crime series. I also really found myself super intrigued by the characters. There are 5 main characters in the Naturals program that we follow, as well as the person who kind of presides over the program, and then the 2 FBI agents who work with the kids on various cases. Really enjoyed 5 different kids. They were so unique and different. They all came from these really tragic, horrible backgrounds, which totally played into their abilities. It was definitely kind of like a play on nature versus nurture, because they're all born with these innate abilities, but then their parents and their environment and circumstances kind of molded that ability. I loved how that was a commentary on like the nature versus nurture aspect. They also bounced really well off each other. I loved their friendships that they made, and I really liked the main relationship that we followed as well. I would have liked to see a little bit more of the relationship, just because I liked these characters so much that I wanted to see more of them be happy. But I understand why it wasn't a prevalent part of the series, because romance is not the point of the series. There's a brief love triangle that comes about. It's resolved very quickly. So if you're a person who is kind of tired of seeing romance being emphasized in series, but you don't mind it being there, you kind of want it as like a side aspect to your series, this is a great one to check out. Something else that I really enjoyed was how she connected these 4 books together. Just love when authors plant things in the beginning of their series and then it all wraps around to the end. On top of that, this series has so many twists and turns and revelations that just blow your mind, but they don't ever feel predictable and they don't feel out of place. She'll throw a twist from left field and it'll just totally blindside you, but it's not just there for shock value. Like, it actually makes sense. It serves a purpose. I love plot twists, but I hate it when it doesn't feel authentic to the story, and this one never felt like that, and I really appreciated that. Now, throughout the series as a whole, I wasn't in love with every single book. I enjoyed it overall. Definitely books 1 and books 4 were my favorites. They were the most adrenaline pumping, the most anxious. Like, I felt so worried for the characters. But the 2 middle books, they didn't make me feel as anxious and upset as the first and last one did. I think partially that's because of just your preference in how crimes are told. Like, when you watch Criminal Minds, not every single episode blows your mind. I felt it had a slump in the middle, very minor, because I still gave books 2 and 3 4 stars. But then it had the most explosive, banging ending ever. That being said, with books 2 and 3, I just feel like they were more strategic based, more behind the scenes type of crimes where the 3 individuals were really kind of removed from the actual crime. They weren't as involved in the actual active case. They were more of consultants, which was their purpose. Overall, I think that book 3 was my least favorite, but I love what book 3 did for book 4. Book 3 just really set up this beautiful premise for book 4. It tied right into it. It was the first book that really led you directly into the next book, because each of them kind of has their own standalone feeling, being that they're all involved in different crimes. But book 3 really felt like it led right into book 4 so beautifully. Like I mentioned earlier, I would definitely recommend this to people who are big fans of Criminal Minds, CSI, Bones. I wish there was more like this on the YA market. So those were all my thoughts, opinions, and feels for the Natural series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. If you've read this, I'd love to know what you thought of it in the comments down below, or if this persuades you to pick it up, tell me that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I'll see you very soon. Bye! Excuse you? No, 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 no. Come on, get down. Get down. I don't know why you're being so needy right now. So, oh my God, Maisie! You can't sit up there. What's wrong? You're being awfully needy right now. Want to say hi? Oh. Just sit nicely with me. Just sit down. No? Okay, well, I tried. Different